Welcome to another episode of the American Cars and Trucks. Future is electric. Well, the future of cars, at least. The automotive industry is undergoing a seismic shift. It's a race to see who can dominate the electric vehicle market. Will it be the Stars and Stripes or the Red Dragon? The battle lines are drawn. Both are investing billions to take the lead. Do you guys know which country is leading the electric vehicle market? Well, a few years back, America was leading the electric vehicle market with Tesla and big multinational brands. Tesla played a pioneering role in bringing electrification into the mainstream. As recently as 2016, the US had more EVs on the road than China did. But now China has raced ahead with its homegrown brands. Its progress is nothing short of remarkable. Tesla briefly lost its crown as the world's biggest battery EV producer to BYD, a Chinese company, and will likely do so again. As per reports, BYD manufactured 3 million electric vehicles, while Tesla manufactured 1.8 million electric vehicles in the year 2023. This gap is so significant that China accounts for 6 out of every 10 EVs sold worldwide. But how did it happen? China's ascent in the global EV market didn't happen overnight. It results from decades of strategic planning, massive investments, and government support. China is leading the global EV race against the United States with a number of advantages. First one is government support. Beijing, through its economic might behind EV development, similar to the centrally controlled industrial policy that powered the rise of Japan's auto sector in the 1970s and 80s. In 2009, the Chinese government adopted a plan aimed at turning the country as leading producer of electric vehicles. According to a report from Center for Strategic and International Studies, the Chinese government doled out $231 billion in subsidies and tax breaks from 2009 to 2023. And in 2023, the Chinese national government unveiled a 4-year package extending tax breaks for EV buyers, worth more than $72 billion. EVs and other green cars will continue to be exempt from purchase tax in 2024 and 2025, amounting to $4,170 per vehicle. And purchase tax have for 2026 and 2027 to encourage adoption of EV among masses, while United States lag behind due to lack of incentives to customers and clear policy vision for EV industry. The key to any electric vehicle is the battery. As you are aware of the fact that battery accounts for about 40% of total electric vehicle cost, many Western EV makers initially favored lithium nickel manganese cobalt (NMC) batteries, which offer a longer range and higher performance, but its cost is comparatively high. In contrast, Chinese companies have prioritized lithium iron phosphate (LFP) technology, which is cheaper and more reliable. So, China controls the lion's share of the world's lithium-ion battery production. According to Bloomberg report, China has about 70% of the world's production capacity of cathodes and more than 80% of anodes, and well over half of electrolyte and separator output. Those parts come together to make a lithium-ion battery, more than 3/4 of which are made in China and mostly by just 2 firms, CATL and BYD. Chinese companies also own most of the lithium mines in South America. In that way, China controls supply chain of lithium in the world. Think about it. If you control the batteries, you control the EVs. Building charging infrastructure. Let's be honest, range anxiety is a real thing. It's that nagging fear that your electric vehicle might run out of power before you reach your destination. This fear can be a significant barrier to the adoption of electric vehicles. China understands this, which is why they've gone all out on building a massive EV charging infrastructure. They are investing heavily to ensure that charging points are as ubiquitous as gas stations. China continues to lead in public EV charging infrastructure, with over 3.2 million public charge points as of July 2024. This network includes around 1.43 million AC and 1.78 million DC charging outlets. We're talking millions of charging points, more than any other country in the world. This extensive network makes it easy for EV owners to find a charging station wherever they go. China built the charging infrastructure with the partnership of private and public companies. China's state-owned, State Grid Limited and China South Grid Limited have invested heavily in building charging infrastructure. In the meantime, the US is still playing catch-up. As per reports, US has 181,000 public charging points, including 136,000 AC and about 44,000 DC charge points. The US has a long way to go to match China's level of infrastructure. Green light for EVs, China's policy push. China isn't just making it easy to buy and charge EVs, they're making it harder to buy gas guzzlers. They've implemented strict emission standards and are actively discouraging the sale of traditional combustion engine vehicles. Think congestion charges, higher taxes, and limited license plate availability for gas-powered cars. They've essentially created a perfect storm of incentives and policies that are driving the adoption of EVs. The message is clear: go electric or go home. And it's working. China is now the world's largest EV market, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. So what's the way forward? China has first-mover advantage and supply chain control of lithium-ion battery industry. So how can we catch up China? First thing, the US must ramp up research into next-generation battery technologies like solid-state battery technology, focusing on higher energy density, lower costs, and improved sustainability. If we get successful in developing an advanced battery technology, a technology that enables us to store more energy, a technology that enables us to charge battery in few minutes, a technology which enables us to produce batteries at cheaper cost. That's how we can make America great again in the world of future automobile industry. And secondly, by investing in domestic manufacturing and securing critical raw materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel, the US can ensure supply chain resilience and reduce reliance on foreign markets. That's how we can make America great again. Since you watched this video till end, so don't forget to like the video, as your like is the biggest inspiration for our team, and subscribe the channel to stay updated with future automotive industry.